Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we're taking a close look at one of the most legendary ships ever built, the incredible Seawise Giant. If you enjoy massive ships, ocean engineering, and the fascinating world of maritime history, then you're going to love this video. The Seawise Giant was not just another oil tanker. It was the largest ship ever constructed by humans, a true giant of the seas that completely changed the meaning of size and engineering. Even decades after its retirement, no ship has managed to surpass its overall length and deadweight capacity, making it one of the greatest achievements in shipbuilding history. The Seawise Giant was originally built in Japan and launched in 1979. It was constructed by Sumitomo Heavy Industries at the Opama shipyard. During its long career, the vessel sailed under several different names, including Happy Giant, Yara Viking, Knock Nevis, and Mont. However, the name Seawise Giant remains the most famous and the one remembered by maritime enthusiasts around the world. The ship was owned by different companies throughout its life and served as both a crude oil tanker and later a floating storage and offloading unit. Despite changing names and owners several times, its reputation as the largest ship in history never changed. The dimensions of the Seawise Giant are almost unbelievable. The ship measured approximately 458.45 meters in length, which is longer than 4 football fields placed end to end. Its beam was nearly 69 meters wide, and its fully loaded draft reached almost 25 meters. The deadweight tonnage exceeded 564,000 tons, while the full displacement was around 657,000 tons. These enormous dimensions made the vessel far too large to pass through famous waterways like the Panama Canal or the Suez Canal. Instead, it had to sail around the Cape of Good Hope whenever traveling between continents. Even many of the world's largest ports were unable to accommodate the ship due to its extraordinary size. Looking at the exterior design, the Seawise Giant was built with one clear purpose: transporting massive quantities of crude oil as efficiently as possible. Its long steel hull stretched endlessly across the water, creating an unforgettable silhouette on the horizon. The ship featured a wide, flat deck filled with pipelines, cargo manifolds, and access walkways connecting different sections of the tanker. Unlike luxury cruise ships, there were no swimming pools, entertainment decks, or large passenger areas. Everything on the exterior served a practical function focused on cargo transportation and operational safety. The enormous bow was carefully engineered to improve stability while cutting through rough ocean waves. The hull consisted of thick, high-strength steel plates capable of withstanding tremendous pressure during long ocean voyages. Thousands of tons of steel were used in construction, giving the ship exceptional structural strength. Massive anchor chains, oversized mooring equipment, and giant winches reflected the incredible scale of every system on board. Even routine maintenance required specialized equipment because nearly every component was significantly larger than those found on ordinary ships. Walking across the deck would have been an unforgettable experience. Crew members often used bicycles or small utility vehicles to travel between different sections because simply walking from one end of the ship to the other could take a considerable amount of time. From the deck, endless rows of pipelines transported crude oil between cargo tanks and pumping stations. Every valve, hatch, and pipe was designed for reliability, allowing the ship to safely carry millions of barrels of crude oil across the world's oceans. At the rear of the vessel stood the accommodation block and bridge, towering high above the deck. This superstructure provided excellent visibility for navigation while also housing the crew's living quarters, engine control rooms, communication equipment, and operational offices. From the bridge, officers had an impressive view over the massive deck stretching hundreds of meters toward the bow. Maneuvering such a huge vessel required exceptional teamwork, careful planning, and highly experienced officers. Although the Seawise Giant was not built as a luxury passenger ship, the interior provided comfortable living conditions for its crew during long voyages that could last several weeks or even months. Crew cabins were functional, spacious, and equipped with comfortable beds, desks, storage areas, and air conditioning. Officers typically enjoyed larger private cabins, while other crew members shared well-designed accommodations that met international maritime standards. The ship included a dining hall where freshly prepared meals were served every day. Because crews spent long periods away from home, providing good food was considered essential for maintaining morale and productivity. There was also a recreation room where sailors could relax, watch television, read books, play games, or socialize after completing demanding work shifts. Some areas included fitness equipment to help crew members stay physically active during extended voyages across the oceans. The bridge represented the technological heart of the ship. Navigation systems included radar, gyro compasses, magnetic compasses, communication radios, electronic charts, and various monitoring instruments. Although these systems may seem simple compared to today's highly digital ships, they represented advanced maritime technology during the ship's operational years. Officers continuously monitored weather conditions, vessel position, engine performance, and surrounding traffic to ensure safe navigation. Deep below the deck lay one of the most impressive parts of the Seawise Giant, the engine room. This massive engineering space contained enormous diesel engines, generators, electrical systems, pumps, compressors, boilers, and countless kilometers of pipes and cables. The engine room extended over several decks, with stairways connecting different machinery levels. The constant sound of powerful engines, rotating machinery, and ventilation systems created an atmosphere unlike any other workplace in the world. Powering the Seawise Giant was a giant steam turbine connected to a single propeller shaft capable of producing approximately 50,000 horsepower. While many modern ships rely on slow-speed diesel engines, this legendary vessel used steam turbine technology, which was common for ultra-large crude carriers during its era. The massive propeller measured around 9 meters in diameter and slowly pushed the enormous ship through the water with remarkable efficiency. Despite weighing hundreds of thousands of tons, the ship could reach speeds of around 16 knots, which is approximately 30 kilometers per hour. Although this may sound slow compared to cars or aircraft, moving a vessel of this incredible size at such speed required an extraordinary amount of energy. Fuel consumption was naturally enormous, but the ability to transport millions of barrels of oil in a single voyage made operations economically efficient. Operating the Seawise Giant required tremendous planning. Because of its size, stopping the ship was a lengthy process. Even after full reverse power was applied, the vessel could require several kilometers before coming to a complete stop. Turning also demanded careful calculations since the turning circle extended far beyond that of ordinary ships. Every maneuver entering or leaving ports required experienced harbor pilots, tugboats, and precise coordination with port authorities. The cargo system was equally impressive. The Seawise Giant could carry more than 4 million barrels of crude oil within its enormous cargo tanks. Powerful pumps transferred oil during loading and unloading operations, while sophisticated monitoring systems ensured safe handling of the valuable cargo. Every operation followed strict international safety regulations to minimize environmental risks and protect both the crew and surrounding waters. The ship also featured extensive ballast systems used to maintain proper stability. By carefully adjusting ballast water levels, officers could optimize the vessel's balance during different stages of loading and unloading. This process was essential because the enormous size of the tanker meant even small stability changes had to be carefully controlled. Throughout its remarkable career, the Seawise Giant experienced dramatic events. During the Iran-Iraq War in 1988, the vessel was heavily damaged after being attacked while anchored near Iran. Many believed the legendary ship would never sail again. However, it was eventually salvaged, extensively repaired, and returned to service, demonstrating the incredible strength of its construction. This successful restoration added another remarkable chapter to its already legendary history. As shipping technology evolved, demand for ultra-large crude carriers gradually declined. Eventually, the Seawise Giant was converted into a floating storage and offloading unit, where it served as a stationary offshore oil storage facility instead of traveling continuously across oceans. This new role allowed the giant vessel to continue contributing to the global energy industry for several more years before finally being retired. The sheer scale of the Seawise Giant continues to amaze engineers, ship enthusiasts, and maritime historians. Standing beside the vessel would make almost any building appear small. From the bow, the bridge seemed incredibly distant, almost disappearing into the horizon. Every feature of the ship reflected the ambition of engineers who wanted to build the largest and most capable oil tanker the world had ever seen. Even today, photographs and videos of the Seawise Giant remain popular because they perfectly illustrate the astonishing size of modern marine engineering. Comparisons with aircraft carriers, cruise ships, skyscrapers, and famous landmarks help people appreciate just how enormous this vessel truly was. Its record-breaking dimensions remain unmatched, securing its place in maritime history forever. The Seawise Giant ultimately became far more than a cargo ship. It represented human engineering at its most ambitious, proving what could be achieved through advanced design, skilled craftsmanship, and decades of maritime innovation. Every voyage carried not only millions of barrels of crude oil but also demonstrated the incredible capabilities of the global shipping industry that keeps international trade moving every single day. In the end, the Seawise Giant deserves its legendary reputation. Its record-breaking size, powerful engineering, remarkable durability, and unforgettable history make it one of the greatest ships ever built. Although it no longer sails across the oceans, its legacy continues to inspire shipbuilders, engineers, sailors, and maritime enthusiasts around the world. Few vessels have ever captured the imagination of people like the Seawise Giant, and it will always be remembered as the true giant of the seas, an extraordinary masterpiece that pushed the limits of what humanity could build on water.